Shots of Brown, shots of Brown, black, black. Show 'em on the track, show 'em on the track. Take a shot, take a shot, take a shot. Shots of Brown. You can take it straight or on the rock. Shots of Brown. On this platform, it goes down. Shots of Brown. They know it ain't no cap on Shots of Brown. Take a shot.
What's up, SOB family? I'm back with another one. If you're not already, make sure you follow Shots of Brown on Instagram. I've been doing my lives over there, chopping it up with the people over there. So follow me on Instagram because I'll be over there doing my lives. I won't be on YouTube live for a minute. But today I come to y'all, it's March 28th, man. It's my Aunt Bethy's birthday. Bethy Brown, Elizabeth Brown. Happy heavenly B-Day, Auntie Bethy. I love you. I miss you. We miss you here, Auntie. We miss you. We miss you. We miss you. Today, I just wanted to do something special for my aunt. Today's her birthday, so it's a lot I can say about her, man. Auntie Bethy was one of them aunts. She was just one of them cool aunts. You know, back then, all our aunts was the cool aunts, though. We all of them was the cool aunts. Auntie Bethy, Auntie Lily, Auntie Carol, you know what I'm saying? We was always at their cribs and kicking it with them, and you know, they was all the cool aunts. But Auntie Bethy, she was just something special, man. She was like a major piece to the Brown family, excuse me. You know, Auntie Bethy and my mother, they both went through their little struggles of running the streets and doing their thing, you know, and we was raised by our grandmother, Carol. But you know, Auntie Bethy, she ended up eventually getting her life together, getting clean, running Uncle Bobby's studio, which was here in Atlanta, Bosstown. She was managing it, trying to keep it running. And in the process of, you know, of it about to be shut down, she kept it running, and she was just a major piece for the Brown family, you know. I just remember, man, the day around the time my Aunt Bethy got sick. You know, she passed away with cancer probably like 2002, 2003. And I just remember around the time she had got sick, I remember she had like a bad cough. She was complaining about a bad cough. And never in a million years did anyone think that it was cancer. I mean, not that I thought of, and nobody else thought of it. I mean, at this time, I had to be 84. When Auntie Bethy passed, I had to be like around 18, 19 years old. But I remember when she came in and she found out she had cancer, it's like everything happened so quick. It was just crazy. But I remember her and you know, in her sickness, when she really got sick, you know, the whole world laughed at this and thought that this was something crazy that Uncle B and Auntie Whitney was doing. And I talked about this before on this episode with Gerard. You know, my Aunt Bethy, she's the mother to my cousin Gerard, my cousin Mimi. So yeah, but the whole world laughed at this. They thought Auntie Whitney and Uncle Bobby was going crazy when they took that trip to Israel and got dumped in the Jordan River and all that. Nah, that wasn't them taking a trip for them. They took that trip to try to save Auntie Bethy. You know, that was one of her wishes, was to get dumped in the Jordan River. And, you know, they was able to make that dream come true for her. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that whole Israel trip was about. It wasn't nothing crazy on their end. You know, they was trying to save somebody in the family's life. So, you know, everything was, as soon as she was diagnosed, everything took place quick, you know what I'm saying? So I just remember around that time when they wanted her to go to hospice, and you know, my grandmother was like, nah, You know what I mean? Nah, if she's gonna pass anywhere, it's gonna be with me. You know what I'm saying? So my grandmother was able to basically bring hospice to her house. They had Auntie Bethy set up. They had the whole little her whole little hospital bed and everything set up in the room. They had her nurses and her doctors in there all day. I mean, you know, her nurse who was, you know, checking on her, they're in there all day doing their thing, making sure she's straight. And during this time, man, I just remember, man, just seeing my grandmother every day. She was just so hurt and lost, man. Just seeing Auntie Bethy deteriorate and go through what she was going through, and knowing that she couldn't really help her at all. You know what I'm saying? That she was really helpless in the situation. My grandmother, she was just distraught, you know, crying every day, all day. She was just hurt, you know what I'm saying? Just imagine a parent losing their child right in front of their eyes, and there's nothing that they can do about it but just accept it, you know what I'm saying? So around this time, the whole family, we was all going through it. You know, just sitting there and watching Auntie Bethy go from being, you know, a healthy person, and then months later, you know what I mean, she's bedridden and can barely talk, can barely move, eat, anything, you know what I'm saying? So it was something new and something heartbreaking for us all. And this Auntie Bethy's passing, this was the first passing that we had in the Brown family. You know what I'm saying? The first death that we had in the Brown family was Auntie B. This was the first experience that we had within our immediate family. You know what I'm saying? So around this time, everybody was just messed up, man. And I can just remember the last time, the day that Auntie Bethy took her last breath. I was in the room with my grandmother, and I guess Auntie Bethy was having, you know, she was having a hard time breathing. And they was in there with her, and, you know, my grandmother, she's crying, and they going through it, and they was saying, you know, today might be Auntie Bethy's last day, blah, blah, blah. I wasn't really trying to see it or be around. So I remember they was like, you know, Auntie Bethy, she's really, so I was like, I'm about to go hop in the shower right quick. And in the time of me hopping in the shower and getting out the shower and coming back into the bedroom where she was at, she had already took her last breath and was gone. And it was just, man, it was just a bad day. It was just a bad day, man, for my mother, for everybody. But, you know, my mother and Auntie Bethy, they was road dogs. They was like that. You know what I'm saying? So it was, damn, that was a bad day, man. That was a bad day. You know, the whole family, we when she passed, everybody ended up coming to my grandmother's house. We were just all over there, you know, just consoling each other and just going through it together as a family. You know what I'm saying? When her funeral was probably like about a week later, and Auntie Whitney and Uncle B had paid for a funeral and took care of her funeral. Auntie Bethy had one of the best funerals I've ever been to. You know, they did her funeral real big. They did her funeral real big. You know what I'm saying? They really honored Auntie Bethy in a major way. You know what I'm saying? Auntie Bethy was one of the ones from this Brown family. But Auntie Bethy ended up having two funerals. We had a funeral here in Atlanta. Then from here in Atlanta, we all went and flew and drove to Boston, and she had another funeral in Boston where she ended up being buried. Her and my grandmother are in the same plot. But it was a very beautiful funeral, man. We sent her home, right? Man, the funeral was packed, standing room only. Everybody showed it. That's how much people showed up and showed love for Auntie Bethy. That's how much she was respected and loved. Not even just in Boston, our hometown, but here in Atlanta as well. But today would have been your 65th birthday, Auntie. You would have been 65 today, I believe. Like I said, I love you, I miss you. I know y'all went heaven partying, doing it real big today. I can only imagine. Kiss the family for me. Send my love to everybody. And until we meet again, mwah. I love you. Thank you for listening, Shots of Brown.